good. All right. Welcome to, what is this, number 65, photo share and discussion. Number 65 for the last weekend in June 2014. And welcome, everybody. We've got, I think we've got 8 time zones covered. I was just saying we've got Frank in beautiful Bay Area, California. Joe D representing the Mountain States.
The mountains, yes.
The mountains. Me representing the South here in cool and dry Atlanta, where it's a balmy 90 degrees and 80% humidity, typical summer weather. Air conditioning just keeps running. Yep.
Yeah.
And from Lisbon, Portugal, where I can't believe they're not in the knockout round of the World Cup, but we are. It's Rui from Lisbon, so welcome. Staying up late to share some images. So yeah, so I don't know. Are you a soccer fan, Frank?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I am not either, but it's fun because we've got someone from Portugal in here.
Yeah. Hey, and plus our company, we had pizza and soccer watching on Thursday, and we're all in the break room. We had the big screen on, and we're watching, and everybody's like, "Well, what? How does this work? And why do they do this? And why do that?" And one of the coworkers said, there's all these people in Germany right now because it's like 6 o'clock there. He says they're all sitting around drinking a bunch of beer, going, if they could, he says if they could only hear what we're saying here, they're probably like, you stupid Americans, get with the game.
Yeah, Dad, I was in Germany when they happened to win the World Cup, and I had only been there and I was actually in Nuremberg, where I guess a large part of the team was from, and they didn't have enough time to explain to us what the hell was going on. I had only been in Germany, I think, a couple weeks. I was an MP over there, for people that don't know. And so the only advice they could give us was stay out of downtown. Just stay out of downtown. They were like, just stay out of downtown. Yeah, just patrol somewhere else. They're like,
downtown. Yeah.
They were going nuts, bro. They had these huge flags hanging out of their cars, and they were driving around. They were flipping cars. They were going nuts, man.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It's a big deal in everywhere except America, I guess. But,
yeah. I was like, what's the World Cup? I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what is going on?
I knew that, but I just never, haven't watched soccer. But there's a lot of people in Europe and other parts of the world that watch American football and are like, well, what's the deal with that? And so it's just same thing, different, I guess. But oh wow, I got a video. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the screen share here, and we'll go in and go through some of these images. Hopefully, everybody can see. Everybody see that on the screen share? Okay, cool. And so this was the last image from last week by Patrick, who once again just terrible photographer.
Yeah.
Beat up cars that he photographs. I don't know why he posts, but this is another great shot. It's just a very nice shot. Very nice cars. Very well done. He does a good job with the cars. And this was from back in April, I think. Yeah, he took this a couple years ago, actually. So kind of neat. Nice. He gets the opportunity to photograph lots of nice cars, which is always fun. All right, Greg. I don't know if you're watching or not, Gregory Martz, but you got an image here of a squirrel checking things out in his backyard. That's a great shot because these squirrels just the way they run around and pop their head out from behind things or whatever. You got a pretty good shot of this. He says it was gray squirrel peering at me as I pulled up my house. Shot with his iPhone. So there you go.
Yeah.
High quality camera on an iPhone. Actually, not bad cameras. They do a pretty good job. But yeah, that's a cool shot. Little squirrel.
Yeah, it's just a nice, candid shot, really. Nothing. I don't think he was really going for anything too artistic here, right?
Oh no. But he does, does have it kind of framed nicely, given the tree coming out of the side, and then the squirrel's kind of in that, in that sweet spot. So not bad.
I don't know what it is with squirrels lately, man. I swear to I don't know, the guys at work been sending crazy pictures with squirrels, man. It's just kind of funny. I won't go into
Okay. Yeah.
it.
Don't ruin the show too soon.
And then didn't we have like a whole thing with squirrels and acorns or something on
Yes,
on the
we did.
show
We got
recently?
on some riff about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Squirrel talk, man. It's great.
yeah.
I'm just like I never talk about squirrels, and then all of a sudden all this squirrel stuff. That's why I was laughing.
Okay, so this is another. This next shot is from Shawshank, from street photography. Um, an older lady and beautiful lady, as he says, and she said she couldn't understand what street photography is and how do I get paid. So I told her I don't get paid. I just do it because I like it. So
Hmm.
nice shot. D5000, I think, is what he used on that. Uh, nice colors, nice muted tones. I mean, yeah, it's just a nice representation of somebody who's seen a lot in the world.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, huh? Just, I mean, you could like just get. You try to figure what she's seeing and with her eyes there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, very nice he
Yeah,
did.
but I do think a little bit more detail would give some extra pop.
You think maybe just a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe
not that soft
saturation a
look.
little bit or
Yeah,
clarity a little bit. Yeah.
a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, if
that
there's
that whole filter. I do have to say I don't quite get the. I'm not a big Instagram guy. So I don't get some of these filters, but I what I do get is that they're insanely popular. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different artistic. You
yeah, this
know,
looks like I don't know, is it trying to emulate
Looks
like
flat.
yeah, like
Looks
old
very, very
film or
flat.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah. There's not I mean the colors are nice. I mean it's well composed, but yeah, it could have just a little bit more like Rui said, a little more pop to it.
Mm. No, I agree with you. The colors are great for this type of an image where you really don't want to have a lot of flamboyant colors. It's more of an old school type of a photograph with an older woman. It's not a modern looking type of photograph, so you wouldn't want to have a modern look to your processing. So yeah, I like the colors. I completely agree. I just wish it had a little more contrast.
Just a little
yeah,
bit more. Yeah.
contrast for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, for me personally, it's not close enough. Like I'm one of those eyes guys. So I'd be like in tight right here. You know what I'm saying? And just really that contrast would have made that weathering in her face really pop and like Rui was saying as well with the detail in there. And just really isolated her face.
Hmm.
Maybe even just took that whole background out and just
Yeah,
went
Yeah,
blend right in
around.
on her face. Yeah.
Yeah,
either that, or the opposite to give a little context, a
Yeah.
little bit more
Yeah.
background to give
Well,
context, or
and I think maybe, it might have just been a comfort level too. The lens he had and how
yeah,
close he could get to her before
right,
she
right,
became a little nervous maybe or
right.
uncomfortable. And because if it is street photography, I mean, she's obviously posing to a certain extent, so maybe he felt that he got as much cooperation as he was going to get.
Oh, okay, I see now. Yeah, he was using a 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a difference. Yeah,
So to get from the face, he'd have to be like,
yeah,
6 inches away or whatever. So
yeah. That's one of those deals where you should use the 24 to 105 walking around lens.
yeah,
You can
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
But no,
yeah,
good job, man.
yeah, it is good. Hey Wesley, how's it going?
hey Wes.
Hey,
Good.
Tim is watching.
He's
Yeah.
in India, right? The Shawshank, is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, one of these days I'm gonna get there. It just seems like, like you could just throw your camera in the air and it'll take good pictures somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like one of those places, man.
Yeah. It's just so the colors, the people. I mean, it's just probably just a very opportunistic place.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
camera. Yeah.
Target-rich environment,
Yeah.
It is definitely.
definitely.
That's a good shot. And
Well, I believe it's probably one of those places you go there a couple times, and after the first or second time, you kind of get immune to the uniqueness of the people, and you start to have a more of a narrow look on what you want to do, as opposed to
Yeah.
just
Yeah, just trying to
being
capture
a kid in a
everything.
candy store for the first time going there.
Yeah, yeah. That is, I think, any place new. I mean, as a photographer, I'm finding if I go someplace new, the first time you're there, you just want to do everything, and it's really hard to kind of narrow down and concentrate on a few things that you want to do. Now, speaking of concentrating, this guy looks like he's concentrating pretty good. This is a cool shot. And once again, this is kind of that same look as the previous one. This guy looks that are good enough for Hollywood films. He does have a very
Probably a Bollywood actor. So.
yeah.
Yeah, in Bollywood's damn near just as big as Hollywood, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger. They produce even more movies than Hollywood.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but this is
the
neat.
same-
There's a lot of
same
neat
thing,
color
yeah.
in the background that's muted, and I mean he's got a great
Yeah.
look on his face.
Same thing with the other picture.
Yeah, just
Just
a little
flat.
more, just a little more pop maybe.
See, that's that whole like I'm trying to get used to it. I really am. I'm just it's that whole it's like what people like to do these days that I don't get those filters. Me personally, I don't get it. You know, I'm just but I come at it from a different style. That's their style.
I
You know
think
what I'm
it
saying?
seems to me like those filters are trying to emulate like 1960s, early 70s Instamatic camera shots.
Yeah.
I mean, so totally retro kind of dime store cameras, you know, the kind that you buy and you just drop in the box and they develop, and you know, just really nothing, you know, plastic lens, the whole type of thing.
So you spend thousands of dollars to make your images look like it was taken with a cheap camera and lousy processing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's what people are doing. It's crazy.
Actually, Joe, I think the filters wouldn't work for you. A lot of these detail filters, detail extractor on the Color Effects Pro 4 by Nick software, they're bad for to be used on portraiture.
Yeah.
Some of those, like the Pro Contrast, that's something you'd probably use extensively. But some of these clarity and detail extractions would not fare well, especially for a lot of the stuff you have hanging on the wall behind you.
Yeah, and what's funny though is I see guys that do similar work as me doing that, and the hits they get are insane. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't get it, but.
Yeah.
And what's funny is in this quest to, and it's the same thing with like teenagers, right? Teenagers do this. In this quest to be different, and everybody wants to be a little different, so they're adding these filters, and to me they all look the same. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all using these like Instagrammy type, trying to be vintage filters, and so they all look the same. And to me, what stands out is. The type of work I do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like that, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. We've got some photographers here in town that are ridiculously popular. I mean, they could post up that same picture of that squirrel, and it would get probably 6,000 hits in an hour. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they do great work, just like this one here. I really like the framing of it and everything. I like the closeness of it. I wish it would have been like this for that lady, but those filters, I don't know. It's just different styles. I really don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it is. It's a different style, and everybody views things differently, and
absolutely, yeah.
and you develop your own style as a photographer, and whatever you're most comfortable with is probably what you're going to do the best work with using it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and you know there's plenty of people out there to appreciate just about any style.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there really is. Okay, so on to the next one. All right, this is it's film, and I have not shot a lot of color film. I just love the look of black and white film, but I was in the camera shop, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago getting some getting my old Nickermat tuned up. This was back in January, and they had a sale like 4 rolls for $10 or something for 200 speed and 400 speed color. So I picked up a few, and I hadn't used it, so I tossed a roll. This was in the I think this was in the Olympus OM1 I used, but I just went to the car show last month and got this. So this was a 427 Corvette. I don't know what year this was, maybe 66, 67, 68. But it came out pretty good. I had to increase the saturation a little bit and increase the clarity a little bit off of the scan. So this was scanned in. I got it processed at a lab and then scanned it in.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the great thing about this is knowing that it's film. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since that's color film, okay, that's the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah, so I tweaked it a little bit, not much. I cropped a little bit on the side here to get out this car. But this, the Olympus has, I only had one lens on it. It was a 35 millimeter. So fairly wide angle lens. It's a nice lens, but it's definitely a wide angle lens. So it was, and with all the people around, it's tough a lot of times. So I had to crop a little bit on this side.
Yeah, what's good too is that you can't see the people in the reflection on the car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see the people in the hood.
I had to wait about 3 or 4 minutes because people move in like little pods. Little groups of people move around, and I saw some walking around, and it took a while for them to get out of the view, and I only had so I got it focused and lined up, and then I just waited for the people to leave, and then I had like 5 seconds. to press the shutter button before somebody else came in. So, but yeah, neat car, cool car, and very nice, very nice car. This is a very cool.
Look at that rust.
Yeah. What is this? It's a front end of a car of some kind, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I should have changed the name of the file from IMG something.
It's that famous IDP 3083 car.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that model.
Yeah,
that
man.
was really cool.
It's a one-off. Yeah. No, I think this is. I think if I remember correctly, it was a Chevy, an old '30s Chevy.
Okay. You used your Pentax.
I seriously dig this one, Frank. I love the lines in it, man. I mean, it's obvious, right? But I mean, the lines, the detail in the chrome and stuff is just. Mm-hmm. This is another one of those posters that a young teenage boy would have hanging on his wall. You know what I'm saying? Those automobiles,
the color.
Totally.
Great. The lines, yeah. It's just.
I always say that because I was one of those young boys that hung lots of pictures of cars. I just loved cars. You know what I'm saying? And I would have, I'd go to races every weekend. I grew up in Southern California, so there's always races and hot rods. You always saw hot rods everywhere, and I just that'd be one of those pictures I'd have hung on my wall. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
very nice. The black,
it
is.
It's
just nice black lacquer paint. The chrome, yeah. It's just a neat. It's a nice image.
You could sell this. You clean up a few of those spots that are on the top there, and you could sell this. I mean, this could be.
I tell you, that's the problem I have. Is my monitor is an old CRT monitor, and I can't calibrate it absolutely correctly. I can get it close as far as color-wise, but as far as density, I'm just not saying it. So it'll be darker than what you're saying. So when I have it projected on someone else's computer, then all of a sudden I start seeing all the little dust spots. And, not from the sensor, but what the stuff that was actually on the car when I took the picture.
Yeah. You know what I do? Because my monitor, my big 27-inch monitor, isn't as good as my MacBook Pro. So anyway, but I'll put that same image that I'll post on about 4 different screens. I'll use my phone, I'll use my iPad, I'll use my big monitor, I'll use my MacBook, all to try to get different looks on it. And sometimes it's still all to hell. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
It, it's tough. I mean, that's one of the most challenging things is color correction and getting accurate colors.
Mhm.
Making sure your monitor's calibrated and then editing in the same light situations. I mean, it's just you could really just spend hours and hours just trying to figure out little things like that.
Yeah, because I've seen those devices like the Spider, and hell, Amazon had that Spider, I think, for like $150 not too long ago. I was really tempted to buy it.
Just what I got right here.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Yeah. See, and that's.
Yeah.
I was really tempted to buy that thing at that price. But sometimes you go through all this trouble to calibrate everything you've got, and the person looking at it has, I mean, you don't know how they're looking at it, even still, so it could look great on your calibrated screen and every other photographer's calibrated screen, but your average person with a CRT, like you said, is looking at it all dark and contrasty, and you have this
the target customer with a CRT.
Yeah, this is an old monitor. It's on its last legs.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I've been looking at upgrading. I use 2 monitors. I have my main monitor is a 23-inch Asus, and then I have a 17-inch Dell monitor as I use a secondary monitor. And I've been looking at getting, I don't know maybe like a 30-inch or something, just a big-ass monitor, monitor. And the prices have come down quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot.
One that's accurate color. What is it, IPS or IPS technology? I mean, just
IPS.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
ISP. Yeah.
IPS.
And so I've been waiting, and some point in the next year is probably going to be when I'm just going to drop like $800 and get a big. Just replace my 2 monitors, one big monitor that I could put, 2 or 3 windows on when I'm just regularly working, and then I'll have it big enough to do, good accurate color representation. I can calibrate it and just go from there.
Right. I hate to take you down that rat hole because it can be easily done when you start talking this stuff, but I ever since I got my 27-inch, I want like 2 more. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of guys that make their living, I listen to a lot of their shows, podcasts, and other photography shows, and some of them, or technology rather, and they'll like really bang on the full screen feature, and I'm like, God, that's all I love to do is put my apps on my computer full screen so I can just see the image as big as I can. And it just makes it so much easier and nicer to work, like I can just immediately go to that, that one screen's got it full screen and that one screen's got it full screen, and man, I can have that, a nose on there and just really get all the hairs in there and stuff. I mean, just sounds gross, but that's what you do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
It just makes it so nice. I can have the same image full screen on 2 screens immediately, and it just keeps your flow going, man. It's just nice,
This is the one I've been looking at, and I'm waiting for it to come down in price.
Oh yeah, that one is nice. Yeah.
Is that a 4K monitor?
I don't know if it's 4K. It's 3440 by 1440, so you could fit 3 windows on there just for regular work, and then 2 easily.
Yeah,
and it
34.
was a couple months ago. It was like $1,500.
Oh, okay. So
it's dropping, and there's supposed to be another company that's coming out with one that's going to be similar. That'll probably be under $1,000. And
put the link to that in the chat for me.
I will. I'll go ahead and copy that link. Because this is the one I've seen a couple reviews on that it seemed to be pretty good.
Do you have that in your cart, Mark? Because then your cart
Uh,
will let you know when it. I mean,
I
sometimes
know.
those prices
I've been tempted.
drop
If I
for.
add it to my cart, then I'd buy it. So I'm not at it.
Well, just put it in the save
Wish
for
list.
later part of your cart, and it'll
What
still
I need,
update you.
yeah, I know. I need to put it in there with the warning that says if I try to
Yeah,
buy
wish
it and it's
list.
over a certain price, my wife gets a text message, so
Yeah,
she can come and hit me over the head and me
yeah.
before I do it.
I love to do that because it's um,
Yeah,
I
you'll
put
get an
stuff in the.
alert when the price drops. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll. Sometimes they literally drop for just a few hours.
yeah. I bought a few
Some
things like that.
stupid amount too. I
Yeah,
mean, just oh.
yeah. So that's my dream monitor, and maybe I'll get that, within the year.
Ooh, buy it now. There's only 10 left, Mark.
Oh yeah. There's this whole thing called like food and mortgage.
I know, isn't that just darn mortgages
Yeah, you
annoying, don't they?
gotta buy all that other stuff.
Oh, God, mortgages, man, I swear.
So,
The nerve.
so here we go. Here's a picture that does pop.
Oh, man, yeah, I
yeah.
like
I
this.
love the colors on
Awesome
this.
color. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice bright color at the front, and then muted colors in the back. I mean, that's a great.
Is this
contrast.
HDR, Frank?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No. This is just straight shot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
And this is that same fort. This is that you've posted a couple other images from Fort Ross too. But yeah, this is.
Yeah. The person that was stationed there, I guess I don't know, the park ranger, she really helped me out. It opened up a couple of the gates that were locked to let me walk in and just have full access to the rooms. I was
Cool.
really, really appreciative.
Nice light too. I mean,
Man, you could sell this back to them, bro. For real. I mean, this is nice. I like this. I even like that you didn't take that flower off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This pedal fount is lets you know.
Oh, no,
it adds a sense of reality to it.
Right. It gives it a sense of that it's life and that it's
Yeah.
moving on in age.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, it adds
the
a nice
texture in the
little-
wall. God,
The
there's so
wood,
much there. There really
the
is.
staining on the wood.
Yeah.
The little case in the back with the bowls and whatever. Yeah, that's just a great shot, and it's so colorful up front. I mean, that's just a great.
Mhm.
That's one of the things that I liked about it was the contrast of the flowers in color, and everything else is so just warm and muted.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the rest of the image is almost like a black and white, with the flowers being so colorful at the front.
Yeah, it's so tempting to overdo something like this. Like me for instance, I probably would have just grabbed that darn flower off that table real quick and snapped the shot. You know what I'm saying? Like this is so nicely done, and like you said, it's just muted just enough.
Thanks,
Like
man.
the colors pop, but they're not overdone. You know?
Yeah. The colors.
And-
The only thing I would do at this very top here, it looks like you got a bowl or something up there.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a plate.
Or a plate.
It's a plate.
You could crop that down, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that would be.
I'm seeing the whole plate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not far down enough on the page, Mark.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. Looks perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
No cropping required.
Yeah, no. I'm sure there was some cropping, but he did the right cropping.
Yeah. Well, there's like 3 pixels up there above the top of the plate. I think you need to crop that out.
Yeah, those pixels are really bugging me, man.
Oh, man.
Both of them, yeah.
No matter what I can do, I can't get past it.
This is a nice image, man. This is a time life image. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's very
Oh,
nice.
gee, thanks, man.
Yeah, very nice.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Absolutely, well done.
very nice. Yeah, it's a great color and everything pops. Yeah, nice texture in the wood. I mean, yeah, it tells a story right there.
It tells a hell of a story. I love it.
Yeah, nice lines at the table. Yeah,
Oh.
that's very nice.
I'm getting got a new printer coming in the mail from Adorama. So,
Ooh, what'd you get? What'd you get?
the Canon Pro 100.
Oh, did you really?
Did you
Wow.
get that deal that's going on right now where it's $34?
$34.
Yeah,
And
it's killer.
when I used my Discover card, I used my reward points,
Yeah,
so it's free.
says free.
I literally didn't pay anything for this printer.
Wow.
Now, what size does it print
It's
at?
about 19
11
inch.
by 17, I think, is the biggest it does.
19. I thought it was 19, but maybe you're
19?
right.
Okay.
Huh.
I saw it and I just called up a bunch of my photo friends, man, and said, "You got to get this printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that?
It's still
I
going
think
on."
it's still going on.
Is this the printer that's on Amazon for $378?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I found it. I found the whole deal on CanonRumors.com,
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
and I just clicked on the link and went straight to Adorama and I bought it. You know, just
$34?
$34.
It's a $300 rebate.
Right.
Oh my
So it's
God.
$349. You pay $349, and then what? 4-6 weeks you get a American Express gift card with
Okay.
$300 on it.
Cool.
wow.
Ship me one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing. I've been going back and forth so much about printing my own or just using a lab and printing out the ones I want to print. And
Oh man, I'm telling you, Mark. You know what? You obviously see I
Oh,
print
yeah.
a lot, and man, the size that I print a lot of, I guess you really can't see here
20,
on the
30?
wall. But man, yeah, I'm getting to a point where it would just be nicer just to have it here, you know, instead of even to have it go pick it up. You know, there's situations where it'd be just nice just to print it off right here. You can immediately see what you're getting, and
Mhm.
yeah, and
Well,
then some
the
of my
advantage-
stuff is kind of risque too, so it's, that'd be handy.
That's true. That's true. And Joe, the big deal also is you have the ability to choose your paper.
The paper, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you go to Costco and you get whatever that's in the printer.
Yeah.
When you send it off, to like Bay Photo. That's at least you have some options there of the
Right.
variety of different types of papers and even metal, for example.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
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 Try sticking a piece of metal through that.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's just, damn, I just need more money. I mean, that's basically it. I need a new
Well, it
monitor, I
is.
need a printer.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, gosh, if I just could, someone out there could just supply me with tons of money, then I could get done the things that I need to get done.
What's cool though is here locally, one of the photographers that I shoot with occasionally, he is in the process of setting up kind of a community photo lab in the city, where you can go in and you can do, there'll be you can do prints, developing, printing, digital. He's going to have a large format digital printer. I mean, the whole thing.
So, Mark, all we need is one of those incredible fans out there, and we know you're out there,
Yeah.
that could give us 2 of those 34-inch monitors, one of those printers, and a new 5D Mark III. I mean, that's all.
Well, it's not that much.
I mean, it's not that much. Come on. I've already got the lenses. I'm not asking for the lens.
Really? Yeah. I mean, that would be greedy. That would be greedy asking for
That
it.
would be greedy at that point.
Yeah.
And if you could throw in a new Mac Pro, I mean,
Yeah.
While you're at it.
Come on, somebody step up to the plate. Man up.
Come on, man up.
Man up, man. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God! Right?
It is amazing though the technology and the quality of the stuff you can print at home now. I mean,
It's like, should I remodel the kitchen or get a new Mac Pro and a couple monitors, for Christ's sake? You know what I'm saying?
come on, that's a no-brainer. Kitchen,
Yeah.
you can
New
always
Beamer.
install a fire in the back.
Yeah.
You don't need a kitchen.
Yeah.
New BMW or a new Mac Pro and a new camera. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the
Yep.
hell, man? The price of this stuff is incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
Don't I know it?
yes, it is. But you know, that's all part of the fun. So now here is this is in Alaska, if I remember right, Frank.
Yeah.
Yep, Tracy Fjord. Now that is cool. The opposing reflections in the
Mhm.
middle. Yeah, that is very cool. Taken with a Pentax. And what kind of processing did you do on this? Oh, HDR. Okay.
This is an HDR, although it's an overcast day, so you really didn't need it. But I just ran it through the Photomatics just to just to play with it. Then with that 32-bit image, through some filters in Nick Color Effects 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's heavily modified. It's
Yeah.
heavily modified.
Wow, that don't even seem real, man. I mean, so what are we looking at? Is that ice on water, or what is that?
Yes. This is taken from the bow, from the stern of the ship. No, the bow. Actually, the bow. We were moving towards towards the glacier in the background. And
Wow.
Okay. So it does have a little bit of like a dreamlike quality to it.
It does, man. It just seems like total. What do they call it? Like total composite work or something, maybe even. Wow, that's nicely done here.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. It has this total dreamy. Yeah, it doesn't even.
It's a very
Almost like an
CG. Yeah, it's like CG or very composited. You know, like
Yeah.
almost like you put that sky in there. You feel me? Like you put the sky in there, and like you put that water in there like that. That's cool, man. Very cool.
Thanks.
Oh, was this three images combined HDR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually handheld.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we're not moving, and it's not a long exposure, so it's fine.
F3.5. Yeah, it's probably pretty quick shutter speed. Yeah.
Yeah, because you are still on water, though. I mean, so.
Yeah, but I don't know what my exposure was. About a 1/25th of a second. You should be able to handle the wide-angle lens at 1/25th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without any issues.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep, that's neat. Very nice. Very, very nice. There we go, Wesley. Wow. Run away! Run away!
Yeah.
She's got a sword. Run faster.
That almost looks like Wesley in the shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's skills, man. If Wesley shot himself in the, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm that good, I got a tripod and a remote.
There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm like, you framed that well and everything, man. You do really good self-portraits, man. That's cool.
That's a neat shot. Yeah. She's yelling at him, I guess. He's running away. Is this a Renaissance fair? Yeah.
Yeah, another one from the medieval fair.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you got her very good focus. I love him. The expression on his face is great.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That shot that I never took was at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, there's this one shot that I just never got. It was amazing.
Well, what it was is you had the jousting, and they had the MC guy. He was talking to one part of the group who was supposed to all give cheers to the Black Knight, and so he told them to just on the count of 3 give everyone the middle finger. Well, there were 3 nuns in the crowd, right at the edge of the crowd. They were right in front of me. And so here are these 3 nuns just sitting there very pensive, and you have all this mad crowd hungering all the way around them, all of them just give him the finger all at the same
Oh.
time. So I was just laughing at it, and then when the moment was gone, I just kicked myself so hard.
Yeah, that would have been a great shot. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the best shot I never took.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what? Sometimes it was the best shot because you enjoyed it. You just enjoyed the moment.
Mhm.
And sometimes we need to remember that too. There's a time to actually capture that moment, and then there's a time to just enjoy the moment. Just put it down and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Log it in the internal memory card. Don't worry
Right.
about the one in the camera so much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. So, well, if she was coming after me with a sword, I'd run too. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, she means business, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She looks pissed. Nice shot. Oh, cool.
That's nice.
Sea of yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super colorful. Nice
Nice
focus
detail.
in here. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the enough blurring in the background of the other flowers. Yeah, that's nice. Where's this taken? University of Florida campus. Okay. Nifty 50.
Oh yeah, man.
I felt like I had to shoot something this week, so I just wandered around and took a few pictures.
Yeah.
Not much to shoot, but
Nice detail in the center of the flower here. That's nice.
thanks.
You know what? And we were just talking. I don't know how much you've seen of the show here, Wesley, but there is always something to shoot. It's just a matter of your eye, like what you're used to. If you're used to your scenery, more than likely you're not seeing everything that maybe I would if I went to your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? To your
Right.
community. So it's just a matter of sometimes just shaking things up and okay, what is there to see? I had someone I know take pictures of some puddles in a freaking gutter, and they were amazing, dude. The dead leaves in there, the reflection from the oil coming off, just because he thought differently, got the camera close, and I was like, what is this? And he was like, dude, it's pictures from the gutter. And I'm like, what? But it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's always something to shoot. There really is.
Yeah, and what Mark said a few times before, just turn around and take a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around.
A lot of times
all
you
it takes.
really want to
Look up, look low.
Yeah.
It really, sometimes, I don't know if you're a father or not, but, you just look at things through your kid's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Or look at things through someone that's taller than you or someone that's shorter than you. You know what I'm saying? Just, we all have different perspectives, and so sometimes getting into someone else's eyes maybe can help with the vision,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know.
But this is good.
Yeah, this is a very nice shot. It's I mean, some of the better shots I've had have been from me, literally crawling around on the ground. Just getting a different angle or something, and something that you would never. Doesn't look normal. Doesn't look good standing up looking at it, but when you get down on the ground and look at it from a different angle, it changes completely.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's images of me, and I'm sure of it because people have sent me images of me shooting in the street, just doing weird things. You know what I'm saying? Just bizarre. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I was the subject of someone's image, just me trying to get the image. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gotta look
Look at
ridiculous.
this guy crawling around in the street.
Exactly. Yeah.
What the
In the
hell?
middle of traffic, he's gonna get run over. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Yeah. I will do stupid stuff for an image, man.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so talk about getting down low. This was a couple weeks ago. We had our little local community festival, and I had my Nicormat with a roll of that same color film that I had in the other camera, and this was just people stand selling inflatable toys, and so I was about. That fence is only about 18 inches high, so I was down on my knees getting this one.
So this is like Rui, right? The image he shot of that miniature, was it a miniature house or something?
Miniature city, yeah.
Yeah. So are these the inflatable toys you could show, Mark?
Yes, yes. These are the kid version of inflatable toys.
I wanted to talk about this one because you shot this with film, and this would be actually a tough shot to get with a digital camera.
Just
What
because of
time
the
of day
color.
was this?
This was 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I would imagine because all that stuff that shows slightly a little dreamy on the top there from those highlights,
Uh-huh.
that would be tough to get the way you got it without blowing it out.
Yeah, I would agree. This was, I'm trying to remember, it was 200 speed film. It was in the middle of the day, and this was, it's an I think it was a maybe f5.6. So the shutter speed was, it was basically a thousandth of a second. I mean, it was pretty quick. I mean, and it was probably slightly overexposed, just because I couldn't get any faster shutter speed. So it was kind of balancing between the shutter speed and the aperture, and this came out pretty. I would have liked a little more blurring in the background, but I think it came out pretty good. Like, I like the colors on it. It was just so colorful. I thought this would be a great thing for color film.
I like it. You can still tell what's going on in the background, so you can kind of make out what the animals are.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I like that.
Like a dog and a chicken.
Chicken and
I don't know what this is back
something
there.
with a long nose there.
Yeah. There's another dog maybe. Yeah. And then the fence was kind of cool. I mean, I just noticed each of the panels of the fence was a different color.
Yeah, different color.
Yeah. So that came out pretty good. That's one of the things. Scanning black color film is a lot harder than scanning black and white. I mean, you get the colors and stuff, and it takes like 4 times as long too, because you got to scan each channel. You scan red, green, and blue.
Oh, okay.
Whereas black and white's pretty much just you can do 16-bit grayscale on black and white, but for color, you do like 48-bit color, and it takes quite a bit longer to scan. But
what are you using to scan?
I have a Canon Canoscan 9000. It's a flatbed scanner. It works. Works fine for medium format because the negative's bigger. For 35 millimeter, I really need a dedicated film scanner to get real high resolution scans of 35 millimeter. Just because the smaller negative. Because I only get about effective resolution is only about 1600 dpi on that scanner.
You know what? I have a dedicated Kodak, an old Kodak film scanner, and about 1999. I paid about $1,000 for this thing, so it wasn't exactly cheap. But now you could probably outperform it with a $200 scanner. I actually took pictures of slides with a macro lens and compared taking the picture of the slide versus the file that came out of the scanner, and the picture using my camera actually came out much better. The dynamic range was significantly better. Detail and shadows that I didn't even realize were there were coming out.
Yeah, I know Tim Scans was doing a lot of his film that way. And I think for 35 millimeter, I mean, the flatbed that I have works great on the medium format. I don't think I could duplicate that with shooting with a DSLR because I get a pretty good. But 35 millimeter, it might be pretty close. It might be pretty close, and that's There's a couple dedicated film scanners out there that would produce substantially better results without a lot of wasted pixels. And so, in addition to the monitor and the printer, I've got to get a scanner too. So now I'm up to like $4,000.
Oh man, yeah.
You can get them up so cheap on eBay. I mean, you can get scanners that were $2,000 new. You can pick them up for a couple $100.
Yeah. And I really haven't. I kind of know the ones I want, and I really haven't started a search yet because, once again, the mortgage and food and all that stuff. So,
yeah, man, the darn and the wife, she has to eat. What do they have this habit of eating for?
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
it's crazy. All right, let's go through these. And it really posted some images here, and this one It's cool. I like the bird. You got the bird in flight going right by the corner of the building here.
Yeah, and the fun thing is, I took the shot. I didn't notice the bird until I saw it through the
Okay.
back of the camera. So there's the title, Welcome Intruder.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going for just the building,
Mm-hmm.
but then I saw the bird, and it got much better.
Yeah. No, I agree. The bird it adds a little bit. It adds some perspective to the building. So we know this isn't one of those miniature buildings in that little miniature city you have. This is a full-size
Yeah.
building.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice.
This is
Yeah.
a full-size world right here. Yeah.
It's nice detail in the architecture, and I like the contrast of the whatever that is, sandstone or limestone for the building, and then is that copper? I don't know what that roof material is, but it's a nice color.
Yeah, I think it's copper. Yeah.
Yeah, corroded
This
copper.
would have been, if you would have noticed that bird before, this would have been really cool in black and white.
Yeah, this would have been, it'd be an interesting black and white shot too.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. With all the lines and the shadows and the contrast, there's some detail in there. That would have been really cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. This is a neat shot. The lamp. And there's some. Oh wow, the detail in the glass on the lamp. All that. I don't know what rippled or whatever it is gives an interesting texture to the front of the lamp there.
There was a looking up kind of a take pictures looking up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Came up in here and see what you get, yeah. Well, the tendency is just, if you're 6 feet tall, you look at it, the tendency is to just go where your eyes would normally go. And it takes a lot of practice really to almost force yourself to look down or up or or behind you, as you go about, because there's oftentimes the best shot is not what you're seeing, at least normally. Yeah. So.
I do like the blues here also against the yellow back in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean there's some nice blue in the sky, and I just noticed that in there. The sunlight shining on, I guess it's a wood, the bell tower or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of a neat.
It's a balcony.
Glow. Yeah, nice warm color there. Yeah, that's a neat shot.
Yeah, the building helps give it a little bit of a sense of location.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not just this thing hanging out in the sky.
Yeah, because unfortunately we don't always get cloudy days, and that a lot of times you get most of the time, heck, you get those clear blue skies, and you're like, damn it. Everyone else is going, oh, it's such a nice day, and you're like, damn it, I want clouds. I need a storm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's a storm when you need one?
Yeah.
I've been saying that for the last 3 years.
Yeah, you guys haven't had a lot of storms there, that's for sure.
No, we had 3-4 year drought. I think the moment I bought my camera is when the drought started.
Yeah.
I
The blue sky curse.
It's all my fault, I know. Yeah.
Seattle, here I come.
Exactly.
Now, this is a cool lot going on here in this one, really.
That was an abandoned building with the door halfway open, so I just got in and took this in the next photo from the same location.
The shoes on the floor there. Yeah.
I like that. That's nice.
This is another one I would have
nice
black and whited for sure.
Yeah.
But man, there is so much happening in here because you got those chairs that are insanely weathered, the tables weathered. You see the leaves, like you said, like you're like, man, there must have been a door open or something. And you see those shoes are just all jacked, and yeah, this is cool.
Just
the
like
walls.
A hot plate or something up there, yeah.
Was this just an abandoned house or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a small part of a bigger building.
Okay.
I do believe an office or something like that, or a small room.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you tripod this, Rui?
no,
No.
no.
That's neat.
It would have been interesting this with in an HDR as well. It would have been interesting to see some of the details you would have got with an HDR in this.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
of the texture in the floor and the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that the picture on the wall kind of breaks up all the white space of the wall.
Right.
And I don't know what that is, like a wire or dust or something coming down. Yeah, that's just a neat. There's a little bit of staining and stuff on the wall over here on the right.
Yeah, lots of spider webs.
Yep, spiderwebs age. Yeah, you can just tell it's an old building that nobody's done anything in that room for a while. So that's kind of neat.
There's a lot here, man. I like that because you got that brighter light coming in from what it looks like the camera right, and then there's shadows, and then you can tell there's like a little light coming again, probably from the top camera left somehow, maybe a small window or something.
Yeah, coming down this way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, man. This would have been
Actually, the light was coming from behind.
okay.
There's a window behind and above me.
Okay.
So it was mostly in the up towards the floor.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
That was the direction of the light, and that's actually the shadow.
Okay.
This actually looks like something Frank would have got.
Yeah. Is this the same building, different room?
Same room, different wall.
Different wall. Okay.
Different wall.
Yeah. So there's the direction of the light. As
Uh-huh.
you can see from the shadow on the left side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, dude, what time of day did you do this? What time of day?
Um,
Do you remember roughly?
Probably around 3-4 p.m.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this would be one of those places I would go back to at different times of the day. You know, since you did it kind of early afternoon or so, maybe try it early evening, and then maybe if you can wake up early enough, try it at sunrise. You know what I'm saying? If it's just an abandoned place, that'd be, gosh, I mean, just all the different looks you could get in this place would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I mean the details on the wall, just kind of like like somebody just walked away and just left the stuff there and didn't do anything with it. It's a neat.
A lot of character.
Yeah.
A lot of character, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That there is, yeah, and this is another example for Wes. There, it's like, I mean, you could shoot this so many ways from Sunday. I mean, it's like you could do just what he did here, or you could get close up on all this wood. You could get close up on the wall. You could shoot this forever. I mean,
angles. Yeah.
there's so much there. That is cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Could even bring maybe even a model or two.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I mean, there is just
no, really have them maybe even have them in a suit so their appearance is completely 180 degrees from the surroundings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're all nice and fresh, while everything else is decaying, and have them sit down and do things like as if they were just at home reading the paper, eating a waffle or having some coffee or something. I mean, the options are pretty much endless.
This is a
pretty
cool
nice
shot. Yeah, this is like a parking garage or something. You got the elevator, 2 floors showing.
Yeah. This is you got the stairs from where I'm standing to the bottom part of the whatever that is of that thing. And the elevator is for access to wheelchairs and old people.
Okay, all right.
So at the
The
bottom,
elevator, you got 2 different lights, 2 different colors.
Yep.
Yeah, which is very interesting, and that's just a neat not juxtaposition, but yeah, neat difference.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, just 8 feet apart. or 10
Yeah.
feet apart. You get the two different color light bulbs, so they got to get better at replacing their light bulbs because they're different temperatures. You got tungsten and fluorescent.
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah, that's neat.
This, I think,
Shadow.
is a great example of what you also do with HDR, and just not make it clownish like an HDR typically would be, but just to bring up some detail in the surrounding building, just to give it a little bit of a texture. I don't know how it is on your monitor, but mine it's jet black.
Oh yeah, the background.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mostly black because of the exposure also.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. You could get a little more detail in
Yeah.
the stonework surrounding the elevator doors. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean the rest of the frame is pretty much just black, straight up black.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's neat shadow and light comparison. And here's a hill.
Yeah.
Looks like something out of San Francisco.
That bottom elevator door led to an elevator platform. So these are
Okay.
the tracks.
Oh, okay. Okay, for rail or streetcar or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cable car.
Very
Is
nice.
this in Lisbon?
No, it's Viseu,
Okay.
where I'm from.
Cool. No, it's neat. You get the repeating pattern of the light on the road or along the tracks, the street lights, and it
Mhm.
just goes on to the horizon. And there's you got looks like loading dock or docks or something down there at the bottom.
Forward.
Yeah, port like loading cranes or something or buildings. Yeah, pretty cool. Neat detail on a brick. Yeah, it's just nice repeating patterns, lines and patterns.
Mhm.
Very nice. Taken at night, obviously, and street
Yep.
lamps. Nice golden glow there. Pretty
I'd
cool.
like not to have the cars, but you can have everything. So.
Yeah, that's true. Perfect world. Be nice to have no cars and no people.
Ring all the doors. Hey, get your car out of there.
Yeah.
I want to take a shot.
Yeah, really. Move your car. Come on.
Oh, that's
All
nice.
right. Here we go,
Nice and
Joe.
light.
Yeah. This is taken June 25th. Okay, so this is just taken just last week, basically. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, you did a nice job of the processing. One of the things that strikes me is just how moody it all is. But her face is the brightest part, which I think should be. Her shoulder is Nick's brightest, and her legs are darker yet. So you have this nice gradation, just leading it and just directing the viewer's eye directly to her face. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of come in from the left, up and around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some nice makeup work there too. Yeah.
Yeah, Brenda. Oh, she does. Sometimes I really challenge her, and sometimes just like with this shoot here, I challenge her on the spot. Because I'm more of a feeling type of guy, and Brenda is slightly more of she would like things to be a little more planned out, and I can kind of do that, but I'm more of it doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of those guys. I'll have basic. I can come up with a basic theme and a basic color scheme, but most of it's just like, nah, bag it. That whole thing sucks. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm I go by my gut, and so with this I wanted to if you remember my image from last week, Mark, but it's the same exact shoot, and so I was like, you know what? I'm done with this look. We had done the really good classic look. I'm like, I'm done with this. I want you to smear all her makeup, and I want her to look sad. I want her to look like she's crying, but with a beauty type of aspect to it, not like my last sadness thing that I did. So She knocked it out, man. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah.
All I had to do was capture it, you know.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, nice shot. Black and white once again, the winner.
I just for this the black and white gives the feeling that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's a very good, very nice shot.
thank you.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's all the images this week. That's good. We got a big chunk of images, so that's good. I'm going to take my 2-week summer break here coming up.
Right on. Right on.
So what's next Saturday? The 5th and the 12th. There won't be one, but I'll be back on the 19th. So I'm going to take some time out here. We're going to go up to Chicago for a few days in that period, and so hopefully I'll get some images from up there, and a lot of film to develop. I got a new supply of film, and yeah, it's going to be. Love the smell of developer in the morning. I'm gonna have a lot.
Yeah, nothing like it, huh?
And most of it's gonna be black and white. I think I might a couple rolls of color, but I think everything else is just gonna be black and white.
So where are you getting your film developed?
There is a camera shop in nearby, 10 or 15 miles away. The guy repairs old cameras, and he has a lab, and he's one of the few in the area that still does. He does it $5 for negatives for color film, so it's very reasonable. And he'll do it, and he'll do it in 45, 50 minutes. So normally, when I have a few rolls, I'll just go down, drop it off, and then we'll go get lunch. And by the time we get done with lunch, he's got the film developed, and I come back and scan it in. So yeah, so $5. It's either 35 or 120. He charges $5. So it's a very reasonable price for the color development, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. And he does a good job, and he loves cameras. I mean, it's just an old camera store. I mean, he spends his days repairing and cleaning, and it's 98% analog, just a couple digital cameras here and there. So he's got all the old. He's like one of the go-to guys in the area for people that have film cameras that they want adjusted, cleaned, and repaired. So he does a really good job with it. So do all the black and white myself, color he does, and he does a good job. And so it should be good. But yeah, so nothing for the next couple weeks. So we'll have lots of images to go. Maybe we'll do a longer version on the 19th. We'll do like an hour and a half or 2 hours maybe. Who knows? We'll just let the imagery guide us.
Yeah, man. I mean, go by the gut. Yeah, heck yeah.
That's right. We'll do the Joe D method. We'll just whatever it feels like. We'll just go as long as we feel. Mm-hmm. So, well, cool. Well, thanks for joining in, everybody. Frank, Tim, thanks for popping in there on text. Hope you're doing well. On the worst broadband connection tonight. Yeah, that would be narrowband. But thank you. Thank you for joining. Everybody have a good 4th of July coming up here next week. Try to get some fireworks photographs. I'm going to try to try my hand at some fireworks photography.
Oh man, we could have talked about that for hours. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I've been studying up a little bit. I've got a plan, so we'll see if I can get an actual good shot of the fireworks. So we'll.
Have you guys ever heard of this technique of starting these when the rockets go up and they explode? You start off out of focus and then you move it into focus during the exposure.
No.
It gives a really wild look.
Like a tunnel effect. Yeah.
No. You go from this block. You know how when you go things go out of focus, the image just blurs and blossoms. Mm-hmm. Well, it goes from that. And then, because the fireworks are actually moving, the light is moving when you get the skyrockets.
Okay.
So all that stuff is blossom, and then it goes into a very fine point of where the image is actually in focus. And of course, your shutter's open during this whole process, and it can be quite interesting. It's difficult to do, and you got to be on a tripod.
Yeah. Well, I've got my tripod and remote release, and I should be good. Now I just got to get in the right position, which is going to be the challenge.
That's something I wanted to try.
Fight the crowds, but we'll see what we get. And then hopefully we'll have some film stuff developed from Chicago by the time we do the show on the 19th. So should be good. All right. Well, go USA. Crush Belgium. Nothing against Belgium. They have good beer, but
And chocolate.
Yeah, and chocolate. And they've got to lose against the U.S. though.
Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know, because I don't know anything about soccer. But
Right, me too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's America. It's America.
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 Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. Good
Bye
show.
now.
We will see you guys in a couple weeks. Stay safe. Have a happy 4th. And
You did say.
Happy
All
2-week
right.
vacation.
Yep, we will enjoy it. And we'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Yep.
Take
Okay.
care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah.
Good seeing you all again.
All right, see you, Wes.